Alright, Shalom, all praises unto Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Okay, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors you brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is really going to be about a minute or a couple of minute video regarding breastfeeding your children. As for the women out there, okay, because you got a lot of our women that go to Esau's formulas and these pills and these chemicals and all of that. And that's really going to mess them children up. That's why these kids are growing up bugged out. Okay, so I'm going to really go into this article a little bit. Not too much. You can find the information out for yourself and go into the sciences and whatever. But effectively, I saw this on a documentary called In Defense of Food, which is on Netflix. And to my ear, it sounded, and when I was watching it, it seemed to be a good and a recommendable documentary. You might have another opinion about that, but that's that's entirely up to you. But when I watched it, I mean, you got some different ones out there on Netflix. So you got to watch out, because Esau will have you believe that meat's bad for you. That's another one that's on Netflix. And he'll say that's as bad as, smoking, all of that, whilst irradiating the whole entire planet. So I had to drop that particular show within 10 minutes of watching it, because they started bashing on the chicken. But a balanced diet is the best thing, to be honest. Enough vegetables in there, okay. Not too much red meat, okay. And that's that on that particular video that I watched. But in Defense of Food, which was a different one on Netflix, okay, the geezer seemed to be a bit more balanced in his assessment. So he was, stating benefits and disbenefits and so on and so forth. And his conclusion, which is a good conclusion, okay, pretty much, to eat food, okay, not processed food or anything that comes out of a can, but to eat food, not too much, and mostly vegetables. That's a diet that's easily followable, okay, if that's a word. But what was mentioned also within that was the this thing of breast milk, because he went down to the basics of it. Okay, he went down to the elementary of it, and what he found out pretty much in his research is the Most High is way out. Okay, the Most High is way beyond the thinking of Esau. See, you got to where you got a whole bunch of people out here that actually believe Esau is on some type of level. This guy's a retard, man. The guy's a retard. The guy has tried to replace something that the Most High create, okay, which is breast milk. And the craziest thing, when you watch the documentary, they tell you that it changes. the milk, the contents of the milk changes during the duration and the growth of the child, man. I mean, that's crazy right there, okay? Now, when you get that formula stays constant, and that's why you got these kids is all messed up and bugged out, and they're always getting sick, man. Okay, and you can tell a kid that ain't, that hasn't had the proper nourishment. Okay, but within that whole nourishment, there's this within that whole bowl full of goodies, if you will, that the Most High is created through the breast, right, of a woman. Okay, there is a chemical within that milk called and it fascinated me. I said I'll do a video on it. Okay, so the chemical is called because I don't want to read all of that. You can read that for yourself. I read it. I quickly read it a second ago, just to vet my information. But in the interest of time, I'm gonna read all of it. But I'm trying to find the exact name of this sugar. Okay, so I'll read the first bit. It says, as parents, we often try to limit sugar for our kids. However, with breast milk, sugars are essential foods for helpful bacteria that grow in the infant's gut. Okay, because the sugars, the bacteria within the gut, they'll be feeding on that sugar, which is in breast milk. Okay, so along with fats, water, antioxidants from mom's diet, antibodies, and other compounds. Okay, the breast milk has a diversity of complex carbohydrates. Okay, one of which is called oligosaccharides. That's the one we're interested in right here. Now, when you read the rest of this, and then you watch the documentary as I've suggested. Not the other one where they're bashing chicken. But this in defense of food, which I thought was a bit better than the other one that's on Netflix. It was a bit more balanced, a bit more realistic. Okay, what they did was they found that this particular sugar, this oligosaccharide, is indigestible. So you got it to where you got these sugars, these amino acids, and these, you know, whatever. I'm not no biologist or anything like that. I can get my head around biology, but I'm certainly not no biologist by any means. But they pretty much found out that the baby doesn't even actually digest this. Okay, this gets fed onto the bacteria out there within the gut. Okay, and then lining up that gut, because these you got bacterial growth. That growth is gonna have to take some space. So when that growth takes that space, it lines up the gut and protects the baby from getting sick, man. So you got into where you got a lot of our women out here, the Negro women and the Hispanic women. They don't want to breastfeed their children. Well, now you know why your children grow up weak, man. Okay, they got that emotional, bugged out spirit upon them because you didn't go through the proper channels that the Most High set forth. And the Most High, and this is, I mean, you talking about, you got some assholes out here talking about some damn evolution. So what came first, the milk or the baby? Okay, this whole thing is by design, man. And the Most High has designed it perfectly. Okay, he's designed it perfectly, and the thing shifts. So you got it to where you got an asshole like Esau, and he just says, oh, it was, it's complete, it's done. And you got the Big Bang Theory, evolution, whatever, which is an absolute. But when you study this milk as the child grows, the milk's not an absolute. You can't reverse engineer that shit. Okay, you can't get no formula that's gonna be changing as the baby progresses. But the milk that comes out the woman's breast is gonna be perfect for that time, man. It's just like fruits. Okay, fruits in their season is gonna be best for you because you're gonna be taking in what you need for that particular time of the year. This whole thing is by design, man. Okay, so. If you brothers, and the women out there, if you want to check the video, you can check the video out for yourself. You can do the research out for yourself. But mom's milk is the best milk. Okay, obviously, don't run away with that. And you have dudes. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you got children, little babies and that, then they're supposed to be breastfeeding, man. That's how the Most High had intended it. Okay. With that, I'm gonna say, all praise unto Yahweh Shemi outside. Okay. Double honesty, apostles a great millstone. I'm not sure brothers are pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.